Kaylee's gonna come from the tabletop that we learned with downward dog, but we're gonna do something called a pigeon pose. And it's very common in lots of yoga classes. You're gonna see it, and lots of practitioners and healthcare professionals will recommend it for people who have tight hips and a lot of pain with their low back. So Kaylee's gonna come up from her pigeon pose and prep by opening up the back of that hip, coming and dragging her knee. Her right knee is going to go back behind her right hand, and her left foot's going to go as close to her left hand as comfortable. So first thing here is we don't want to drag her left foot up too far. If you feel any pinching, snap, crackling, or popping in that right knee, you don't want it. Keep that heel closer to that hip if that's more comfortable for you. And because Kaylee has ridiculous flexibility, she's able to turn her hips quite effortlessly towards the front, but you want to turn your hip bones like your guns in your holsters and have them a blazing forward. She's going to come up into a proud pigeon is what we call here, and her chest comes back and everything opens up. So it's a big heart opener and makes you feel full of love and goodness. It can't feel full of love and goodness if you're getting any sharpness in your low back. If that's painful for you, that's not a situation we want you in. You're gonna come forward and you're gonna relax yourself down. So as Kaylee comes down, she slowly goes into the motion, weights her hands onto her elbows, and then slowly stacks her head onto fists. If that's nice and comfortable for you, you can go even further. Bring that out and totally lie yourself down in that nice, comfortable position. While she's still doing this though, her hips are still facing forward. She's still protecting that knee as she goes through. So we have a variation. Kaylee can come back up and we can go into that pigeon out of downward dog. So if you're already practicing the pose we gave you before, you can lift that right leg up into the air, open up in through the hip, and then she's gonna slide back down. So notice how she puts that down and then she slides back with the rest of her body. Makes it a lot easier on you than trying to shimmy all in one time. She goes into her position. If she had a little bit of pain and some irritation and wasn't able to get both hips as low as she can, she's gonna lift her little glute, slide a block underneath, slide a foamy ball, whatever you have available to you, and then she's gonna go through that same thing, trying to open up the chest to wherever's comfortable, and then sliding herself down. And this is a position we can stay in 45 seconds, 60 seconds, a couple of minutes, because everyone's hips are tight and compressed. Whether you're sitting at your desk or sprinting all day, this is an area that is really gonna benefit from fresh blood, turnover, and stretching.